Was the Animus inspired from the observatory in Assassin's Creed 4? Is the Animus actually a time machine? Is Basim the new villain of the series? Or did Altair never die? We will talk about all of these interesting theories and speculations in this video. So keeping it short and precise, let's get right into it. In AC4, we were introduced to a very unique form of Isu artifact. It wasn't your typical piece of Eden, but something more. In the game, we see that the Templars are after it so desperately because it can see people far away using their blood. Sounds familiar, right? Because this sounds pretty much similar to the Animus. In the game, we see that approximately all of the Isu during their time used it as a surveillance network. And in the game, we see that it works pretty well. And after Assassin's Creed 3, we know that the newer versions of the Animus allow the users to view memories of other people without being their descendant. So this shows that the Isu already knew that time could be accessed and bent through DNA, possibly through the sixth sense humans inherited from the Isu. It's also to be noted that inside the observatory, Edward interacts with a golden holographic interface, which looks pretty much identical to the Animus interfaces used in AC Unity, Origins, and Valhalla. Maybe they're just reused assets, but from a lore perspective, they mean a lot. So this leads us to one thing, that the Animus is not a new invention. In fact, it's actually a reverse-engineered Isu tech. But since there's nothing official regarding to this, so I'll leave it here. We've all played Assassin's Creed Origins, Odyssey, Valhalla, and Mirage. And in those games, we're given some certain choices. Now from a gameplay perspective, it's clear that Ubisoft wanted an RPG video game. So for that reason, they implemented a dialogue option, where we can forge our story the way we like. But from the in-game perspective, it actually opens a whole different kind of theory, that maybe the Animus is actually a time machine. Because in all of these games, we can change the direction of the storyline, possibly getting different endings. Not for Origins or Mirage, but for Odyssey and Valhalla, it is definitely the case. So does that mean that the Assassin's Creed games actually have a multiverse? It is an interesting theory which needs further explanation. In the ending of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, we'll learn that Basim is now in the modern day. He wants to help the assassins, or we should say at least acting to help them. We know that he is the Norse god of mischief, and he only cares about one thing, his own family, that's it. So maybe in his quest for revenge, he will actually help the assassins, but when he gets what he needs, he will play the classic trope and switch sides, or better yet, he will try to kill both the factions, leading the assassins and Templars to unite and fight against him. This is the most probable thing that Ubisoft can go towards, because there was a deleted scene in Assassin's Creed Mirage which took place in 2100, meaning that something really bad happened in the 21st century. So maybe Ubisoft is considering it, or maybe they will give Basim his redemption. This is the most absurd theory that I found, but I still decided to share it with you. It states that Altair never actually died. In fact, during his last moments, he preserved his consciousness into something, or inside the Masyaf vault. But when I actually thought about it, it started to make some sense. For one, Altair spent years studying the Apple of Eden. When he was cast out from the Brotherhood and branded in exile, he studied the apple, and because of it he formulated the Codex, discovered a metal which was used to forge the armor of Altair, and according to this theory, he also found a way to transfer his consciousness, because AC Revelations was the first game where we saw the memory discs, and from AC Mirage, we finally knew where they came from. But nobody in the AC universe except Altair knew how to transfer memories, aside from Basim because he was a literal Isu. So this theory states that he actually found a way to transfer his consciousness between time and memory. And the way that he died was not random. The way he sat, held the apple in his hands, and then the camera angle changed, all hinted towards him actually living but inside the Apple of Eden. Or the Grey, because as we know, Desmond Miles also died. But in AC Valhalla, we knew that he was very much alive in the Grey as the reader. So the similar logic could be applied for Altair. It's an interesting theory which I would like to discuss with you guys in the comment section, so make sure to leave your thoughts there. And this sums up our video. I know some of these theories did not make any sense, but after giving the reasons, I hopefully think that you now understand what was my reason to include them. So, as I mentioned quite a lot of times, make sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you in another interesting and amazing video. Till then, take care and goodbye.